phone.
What up, what up? It is the morning after with Nick and Big J. We are present and accounted for on this 14th day of January, 2026. My name is Nick. Hey, look, everybody, it's Big J.
Hey!
Whoa, dude. What's up, Big J?
Not
how
much.
Are you?
Yeah, look at me.
No, I said, how are you?
I'm good. I'm all right.
You're all right?
Yeah, man.
Is that our official check-in?
That's official
All right.
check-in.
I have been keeping track of the 9 days that we've checked in with each other since the new year began. You have been okay almost all of
It's
it.
weird.
Feels pretty good,
No,
right?
not really.
Well, you're lying to me
No,
when you
I
check
no,
in?
no, no. Well, no. I mean, the first couple days, I was like, no, I'm not. Not great.
Well, to be fair,
think your
I
numbers
wasn't
are
here
off.
the first couple of days. I only checked in with you beginning on the 5th, if you
Oh,
remember.
okay. You're right.
So, beginning on that day, you were like, yeah, dude, I'm cool. And so, at least I'll take that at your word. But listen, if you're not being honest at these beginning of the show check-ins, I'd really like to know. If you're just like, pretending you're okay, it feels like there's
Yeah,
something deeper
sometimes.
there that we got to talk about.
Sometimes I am.
What's the matter, dude? Let's get into
Nothing.
it.
No, everything's great today, but
Okay.
I can't speak about another day. Can't promise you I wasn't pulling the wool over your eyes.
All right. Well, makes me not want to check in anymore if you're not going to be honest
Thank God.
about it. You don't like when I check
God,
in?
Jesus, no.
You don't like
Same
when I ask how
question
you're
every day.
doing?
How you doing?
I
That means
like-
I have to have an answer.
Well, sure.
Sometimes there is no answer.
All right. Well, that made me sad.
Uh,
Today on the show.
get ready for more of that today.
Oh, no. I know. It's Wednesday. I get it. This is, guys, if you don't know, this is Big J's Angry Day. Everybody knows around here you steer clear of Big J on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
90% of that is because of streaming dumbass.
we're going to talk about the life of Chuck today. Maybe that's a spoiler about what Big J felt about the movie. We also have a chance to give you some Offspring tickets. That's going to happen on Monday, that show. And we are going to make sure that you have the free hookup for it. So we are going to give you a chance to do that with some Pop Culture Smackdown today. We also have an opportunity for you to enjoy some headlines. That's going to happen. And, of course, some additional fun and excitement during the course of the program as well. But it will be damned if we don't play some music on this show.
Yeah, damn.
Let's kick things off with some Red Hot Chili Peppers. Other Side here on the Morning After on the X.
Important stuff
Launch newsfeed.
on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important Stuff is brought to you by Beacon Plumbing. Quit freaking. Call Beacon 208-516-2061 or you can check them out online at beaconplumbing.com. Big J, Idaho Fishing Game. They are issuing everybody a warning.
Warning.
They're starting to see some bad things happening in big numbers, and so they're going to let everybody know. It's cute and everything to put on the gram and on social media when you have some deer kind of feeding in your backyard, maybe a head of elk or whatever. Seems kind of beautiful in the winter and kind of gorgeous, but
Yeah, this is Idaho.
they want you to stop feeding the deer and the elk in your backyard. Because, well, first of all, it kind of changes the way they handle winter. If they expect food to be there, they're going to go out of the way to get there. And, that may seem kind of innocent and okay, you're helping things out, but here's the problem. Usually in the wintertime, deer and elk, they migrate to other parts a little bit more remote in the forest to kind of forage for food, and they get what they usually need. It's usually not a problem for them. They've been doing it for centuries,
Yeah.
When they start getting food in neighborhood, they'll start patrolling neighborhoods more for food, which is cute and looks good in the picture, but the problem becomes, and has become so far, a lot of these deer and elk are getting hit by cars as they get into more residential neighborhoods
Yeah, they
because
don't belong here.
people aren't used to seeing them and they don't slow down, or it's just a last-second reaction thing. And so a lot of these deer and elk are getting killed in residential neighborhoods because cars and vehicles are hitting them when they don't normally belong. So they're just saying, listen, we don't want to have these deer and elk end up as roadkill, and a lot more are happening earlier on in the season, maybe because the weather's so nice or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're trying to let people know, hey, do yourself a favor. If you can avoid feeding them in your backyard and skipping the picture this winter, that will be good because there's already been more roadkill incidents that they've been wanting to handle this time of year. It's going to happen on things like, really remote roads and stuff like that where they usually kind of frolic, but it's happening a lot more in residential neighborhoods this year, and they're a little bit worried about it, and they want to keep the animals safe. You understand?
Yeah. And keep yourself safe. That'll ruin your damn day.
Oh, hitting a deer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And your car, probably.
Yeah, possible injury, the cost for which it's going to be to, insurance, all that. It's a nightmare, man.
The trauma, every time you close your eyes, you see that deer hitting the car.
Eh.
Oh, you don't care about that? Big J, it looks like NBC is set up to dominate sports in February. They'll be broadcasting the Olympics, which you're all geeked up for, the Super Bowl, and the NBA All-Star Game, all within a 10-day period starting on February 6th. They're calling it Legendary February. And, of course, there will be commercials. The network apparently has sold out of all of its ads for the Olympics, which I'm not sure if I buy. But the Super Bowl ad price for a 30-second spot topping $8 million these days. So that's how much these companies have invested for the Super Bowl spots. Ironically enough, those are not sold out yet. So there's still a couple of weeks to figure out who's going to jump on board. But maybe not everybody has $8 million to throw around on a marketing budget is probably one of the big reasons.
Yeah.
And they've also got to put together a commercial, which is the additional
before
cost.
production costs.
Right. So you're probably looking at making, I don't know, I would guess $10 to $11 million investment on minimum if you're going to do it. Although there have been some minimalist Super Bowl commercials. There's no doubt about
absolutely.
that. So we
And
will
the
see
most hated ones.
what ends up happening for the sporting calendar in February. But people are excited.
Nothing worse than a cheap-ass Super Bowl commercial.
It depends on what it is. Sometimes they're funny, but other times they're not. I remember specifically the Deadpool movie when it first came out had a really cheap and funny Super Bowl commercial, kind of being the point, of course. You know what I mean? As meta as that movie was. Big J, speaking of NBC, we know what the next reboot is going to be. Everybody's got one. You're not cool unless you have one, so they're going to bring back the Rockford Files. Big J, do you remember that?
I do. James Garner,
That's
man.
right. Private investigator Jim Rockford. It has been reimagined for the Peacock Network, and they have officially ordered the pilot. Reportedly, NBC was looking around for some sort of detective procedural that they wanted to kind of reboot after seeing CBS/Paramount Plus's success with Matlock. Although I will say with Matlock, which is a show technically I kind of enjoy, it's not your standard reboot.
It's nothing
different.
like.
Right.
It's only a name and then a joke throughout it, which is hilarious. But
it's got a different kind of angle altogether than the original Matlock.
Is it? I think it's a term like we can understand. Is like it's the difference of trying to introduce people to an unfamiliar band. We have to do that here quite a bit.
Sure.
Sometimes, and you have to get to know a band because sometimes you all just want to flip the channel when you hear something you don't recognize. And I guess it's the same with TV, man, because they can't just create a new detective procedural. We got to dig one up that's like 20 years old.
Well, here's the other thing. Like it's not like the Rockford Files is on top of the public consciousness. You know what I mean? Like who are you?
It is on 2.0 or what? I mean,
you have
one
to
of
be
those
older
old...
than you and I to know what the Rockford File is. Really,
Yeah,
because
we're
even
at
that
the
was
border.
before.
We're at the border. Like it was on reruns.
Yeah.
And on like late night Nickelodeon or whatever. I don't even remember where it was. And now it's on like one of those free channels that's over the air.
Sure. It's an effort to find it. But I mean, it's not like you have to be over 50 to know what the Rockford Files is. And so like, what is the point in rebuild? I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think maybe because it is a reboot, it does generate just automatically amount of press like this. And then you get the word out. It's like free. They're like, oh, we're bringing back the Rockford Files. But I don't even remember the Rockford Files being like a good show. It was just a show. You know what I mean? James Garner was great, but it wasn't like, one of those things where it's like, man, I got to watch the Rockford Files. Has to be on my to-do list. But hey, whatever, man. It's just the next in the list, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come. I'm trying to figure out like some crazy-ass show that when we were kids that really wasn't that popular, but everybody knew was a thing that's they're gonna hit on next.
Simon and Simon,
Charles in Charge. I don't know, but it's going to happen for sure. Just because there's, I guess, cred in it already.
Well, there was some of my favorite shows were only like 4 seasons. Like Airwolf was a short run.
Sure. And that's now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was Airwolf one of those shows that was just like in syndication? Like it didn't have like a network, or did it? Was it a CBS show?
I don't remember.
I just remember Airwolf
USA.
reruns. Yeah. And so those were like syndicated shows.
I'm sure it was probably on a broadcast channel. It was too expensive at the time.
Yeah. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. It is the X-Rocks. That is Lid, my own worst enemy, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. This probably shouldn't be any kind of a surprise. For those of you that have a new-ish vehicle over the last couple of years, the center display in those vehicles have changed pretty drastically. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah.
They've gone from your standard kind of like AC heat control / radio to being a gigantic touchscreen kind of in the middle of your car. Sometimes they're touchscreen, sometimes they're not.
Sometimes I get jealous of other people's touchscreens.
You do?
I'm like, look how big that is. Oh, my God.
Is yours a touchscreen?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's small, and it was, I think my car is like a 2018. So it doesn't have quite like all of the new bells and whistles. And it doesn't even, when you plug in like my stupid iPhone, CarPlay doesn't even come up. That's how old it is.
Mine is a fairly new vehicle. I have a pretty big screen, but it is not a touch screen. It is just a kind of standard display. Everything else is kind of elsewhere on the steering wheel and located in other places. But one of that could be because of this study, but Australia, Big J, you've heard of it, right? They did a 3-year study at the University of Melbourne about these brand new kind of big up displays and touchscreens in vehicles and found out that they are just as distracting as texting during driving. Now, it has to be a touchscreen for that to be the case because it demands your eyes, your hands, your brain, basically everything like texting and driving. And so they found that these big, gigantic displays are fine, but if they're touchscreens, it leads to much more distracted driving than your standard kind of like driving. Displays are fine. You can read pretty quickly. But when you have to interact with something and use other motor skills, that's apparently when our driving starts to go downhill. And so because of this research, they've decided they're going to stop allowing cars to have touchscreens in them. It's just going to be basically big up displays if you want them. And that could, car manufacturers are thinking this probably is going to lead to a worldwide kind of thing, which is why some of them, maybe like my new car, is transitioning out of touchscreens already and making it just a display. I can't say that was the motivation behind it. I don't know if there ever was a touchscreen in older versions of my vehicle, so I can't speak to that. But it is something that vehicle makers are having to transition out of in other countries, and maybe those touchscreens could be going away if they distract you so much. It probably is a good thing. I've never had a touchscreen in my vehicle, so I can't vouch for it, but it does seem like it would make it a distraction. It truly would. So
maybe.
It's not surprising.
Mine's too small to be really like, ooh, I can touch all these things.
But do you use it as a touchscreen because of that then? Or do you just use other controls? You still do? I don't know if there's other controls in your car. Like, is there a volume control that's not on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it doesn't control the volume.
What does it control?
The touch display, the stuff you touch. So, like the radio options, the other sources.
There's no other source button or anything like that on your vehicle? Like, mine's on my steering wheel. Is there anything else there that you can switch?
Yeah, there's a mode button and stuff like that. Sure.
But you just use the touchscreen out of habit.
I never use those other buttons.
Okay.
I just use the touchscreen.
All right.
Magically, I haven't run into anything.
Yet. And so it certainly is something that you need to, of course, pay attention to. I'm not saying that that it's going to happen or it's an eventuality. I'm just saying this is the research that's coming in. So don't be surprised if those things go away, except in older models. It's already happening, I guess, is my point. So get used to those touchscreens kind of being a thing of the past. Perhaps. Who knows?
Perhaps.
We have a tendency not to listen to anybody else around here, so who knows? Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your car update coming up. Big J's got a movie review for you. That's next on the Nirvana Lithium here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Yesterday, right around this time, you guys selected a movie for Big J to watch and review for you. It was called The Life of Chuck. It is on Hulu. Big J, your thoughts or what's it about, please?
Well, let's start with the cast, Nick. All-star cast.
Indeed.
And I think 3 former guests of the Morning After.
Rattle them
we
off.
got Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Ejiofor, but yes.
Yes, which is awesome. You've got Carl Lumbly.
Yes.
We just talked to him last year, which was really cool. And then we've got David Dastmalchian in here as well with his small part.
Nailed it.
And not all these folks have long roles in this movie. But here you have a movie, The Life of Chuck, of course, surrounding the life of Charles Krantz, Chuck Krantz, Nick. This movie, by the way, is told in a mismanaged order, if you will, unlike most movies. And so you've got that thing. It's kind of interesting. It lands you right in the middle of something that's going on. It seems like it's the end of the world. And then as we get through the movie, what you realize is happening is like they're telling a story of this guy's life, basically, Chuck Krantz. And then it kind of unfolds there of what's going on. And there's some science fiction-y things, I guess, in this. So you've got Mark Hamill as well in this. Some of the people I didn't mention, Tom Hiddleston, by the way, Karen Gillian, Mark Hamill, Nick Offerman voicing this over, Nick. And I got the sense when I was watching this movie, it just kind of reminded me of, I think the scope and the emotions in there, just like with the voiceover, reminded me. I just Stand By Me popped up in my mind a lot.
It's compared to that a lot.
Just the storytelling and how it kind of unfolds, and how you really need to listen to what Offerman is saying, and it ties into the whole movie and that sort of thing, Nick. And so it's got emotions, it's got everything you would want in there, and it's telling the story about Mr. Chuck Krantz, and that's what you get here. And in the end, me personally, Nick, wasn't a super fan of some of that other stuff. See, I feel like, this is a story about ultimately like our life in as we all come to an end of it. I don't know yet because I haven't gotten there, but the old trope that life flashes before your eyes kind of thing, and you see a retelling of your life. But did I live my life to the fullest? I'm trying to think of the phrase or the words that were and I know you will know this. The multitudes.
Yes, we have multitudes.
Yeah,
correct.
the multitudes of ourselves, and that's a big theme throughout this movie. And so, it's basically, to me, was like, hey, this guy could have achieved or maybe done some more with his life. And in the middle of that, you've got some sci-fi stuff that is going on that is never really explained at the end. Just disappears. So naturally, there's parts of this I don't like. Definitely approve this movie. I can see why you love this movie so much. I didn't love it nearly as much as you did. And I figured some of it for me was just, kind of boring and not in the kind of mood I was in to see a movie of this nature. But it's definitely good for sure.
I feel like, at least for me, why this movie made my top 5 of the year is because I feel like the good outweighs the bad, because there's not everything about this movie that I love either. I mean, I feel like the movie starts incredibly strong and really interesting, and I think the movie ends amazingly, and I think it kind of dips a little bit in the middle for me. But I think that the good outweigh the bad, and I just think that what I enjoy about going to the movies sometimes and movies is when something shows me something that I haven't seen before. And that's what this movie did. It told me a story in a way I haven't been told a story before. And I really enjoy that kind of originality and that kind of take when I know it's not going to be for everybody, but when you can make me kind of go, wow, I've never seen a story put together in that way, in that kind of fashion before. And it was interesting for me to experience it. And yes, there are emotions involved, and it's a very telling story. I think you and I kind of see the beginning of it a little bit differently. I don't know if it's him looking back on his life as much as it is, this is how he is remembering the people in his life through the days that he has lived. You know what I mean?
I don't know if we can get into a real spoiler. Yeah. I mean, there's not a ton to spoil in this movie.
Yeah.
It's, if you read the tea leaves at the beginning, you kind of get it. It is a unique way to tell a story about a person's life.
Yes, I agree.
And their ending. That is for sure. Definitely huge points for creativity. Of course, this is a recently written story by Stephen King.
Yeah. And I think Mark Hamill is amazing in this film. I think he's great.
Hardly recognizable.
I know, because he plays an old-ass man.
Until he talks.
But Mia Sara's also great in this film from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is crazy.
Where's she been this whole time?
Don't know.
And she still looks great.
It was great to see her.
She looks like a woman who has aged naturally and not filled with a bunch of plastic stuff.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And, of course, I just think that it's filled with a lot of really good... Matt Lillard is great in this film.
I forgot to mention him, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
So it's 4. Did I mention him in the...
You did not.
No, so there's 4 people here that we talked to. His scene was so brief. I was so angry.
I know, but he's great.
Yes,
he's great.
but I'm like,
But this film is filled with people that have brief scenes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. For sure. So, if you want to dip into something and think about life in a much bigger way, then you definitely want to check out The Life of Chuck.
So it is, though, Big J approved?
Yeah.
All right. Then it is available on Hulu if you want to see it. The Life of Chuck is there now for you to enjoy or just shrug your shoulders at. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got some important stuff next on the X Rocks.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Dennis Dillon. Join the X this weekend at Expo Idaho for the Dennis Dillon 44th Annual Expo Idaho Sale. begins today, happens all the way through Sunday. X going to be broadcasting live a couple of times this weekend. Friday from 2 to 4, Big J going to be out there. Saturday 2 to 4, and I'm going to be out there. And then Sunday 10 a.m. to noon, our buddy Jason Drew going to be out there.
Ah, man.
It is Idaho's biggest automotive sale of the year. You can shop inside out of the cold. Check out 1,000 new and pre-owned cars and trucks. It is the 44th annual Expo Idaho sale. It's going on now at Expo Idaho, courtesy of Dennis Dillon. And stop by and see us this weekend and win some stuff from us while you're there. Big J, you're a pet owner. Agree or disagree?
Yep.
How often are you worried about your cat's happiness?
Constantly.
Yeah? It's just a
Oh,
constant...
I don't know about their happiness, just their health and life.
That counts.
Yeah.
Like happiness and health, I think, are one and the same, especially in this particular poll. According to the Talker Research poll, about 11 times a day, you are worried about their happiness and health. They talked to 20,000 U.S. pet parents. Top concerns are, is my pet happy and healthy? Are they eating the right things? How much anxiety do my animals have? Owners watch for warning signs like not eating, mobility problems when issues arise. Pet parents wait just 4 hours before consulting veterinarians. I feel like your family reacts quicker than that. Agree or disagree?
No, very.
Really? It feels
It's
like
going
you're
on
always
right
going
now.
to the
Like,
vet.
last week something happened and went to an emergency vet, and
Right.
then now tomorrow or today they're taking the same cat, having different troubles, little Chester, to our regular vet. So yeah, no, it's
It's almost constant.
yeah,
Yeah.
stressful.
Do you trust your veterinarian?
Oh, absolutely. Like
Beautiful.
the one vet that we go to, like, listen, it's all the way in Boise. It's like down over here off of 5 Mile. I mean, we live in Middleton.
Yeah.
And like all of, it's a struggle because we take them there, but that's also where they end. And it's like
Wait, what do you mean?
when we need to put down one of our pets, that's
oh.
also, it's the same place. So it's like I'm traumatized going there ridiculously. And this ties into my mom's dog that we adopted after she had passed. And so there's a whole thing there too. That's a whole other landmine that you don't want to step on. But yeah, no, it's one of those, it's a very stressful thing, man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's why I'm like, I don't know how much more I can take of the pets. Like, if we just continue, like,
Oh, you
having
can't, like,
more and more,
replace. You need to...
like, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm like emotionally spent a lot of the times on our pets. Like, I can't take it, man.
Well, I mean, it's probably because, not probably, I mean, I think one of the reasons is you tend to have animals that have some challenges. I mean, Chester's been
No.
going through it. You have a cat with diabetes. You have to give shots a couple
Yeah,
times a
that's
day.
I have no issues with. I mean,
I know, but
no,
I'm just
it's-
saying there's more health issues than just they're taking care of themselves
Yeah, I
doing
don't
their
know.
thing. You don't know? How many people you
Not
know
as-
give shots to their cats every day? You're the only one I've
he's
ever
the
met.
one. He's the one I'm not concerned about at all.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, there's additional things you have to do that can lead to some stress, I would say. Big J, Mike Tomlin stepped down after 19 seasons leading the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday. One day after another early playoff exit ended his long tenure, he guided the Steelers to one Super Bowl title, another appearance, and 13 playoff berths in his time with the team. Claimed 8 AFC North championships, never had a losing season, released a nice statement thanking everybody in Piss Steeler Nation. Do not know if he's planning on just stepping away or if he is going to go right back into coaching another team. He didn't really
No, I
say.
had seen that he's planning on taking 26 off.
Yeah.
My
That-
guess is he'll be doing stuff for Fox.
That
He
makes
and Jay
sense.
Glazers are like really good buddies, I guess. So we'll see how that route. But I mean, part of it's like, okay, everybody, you get what you want. Let's see Pittsburgh Steeler fans how much you love the next coach that comes in and what they can do for you.
I mean, they've only had like 3 coaches since 1970,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah, it's bananas.
I was trying to think because for the longest time it was Harbaugh and Tomlin who the longest. I mean, it's got to be Andy Reid, right? He's the next longest tenured coach.
I
of
would
the
think
team,
so, yeah. Yeah, now
which
that
I think has
Belichick
been
is-
like 9 years or something like that, which
Yeah.
is crazy. It is crazy how it happens. And again, like these are guys that had made the playoffs and also just barely missed the playoffs that are moving on.
And to put it in perspective, like, you can't go a season after just winning the Super Bowl, making it into the playoffs without your fans saying, man, maybe we need to get rid of this guy as the coach.
Right.
That's how ridiculous it is right now in the NFL when it comes to coaching.
Right. Big J, Damien Chazelle, we've talked about him a lot over the last calendar week, only because JC was in one of his movies, the comedian that we had in studio on
Yeah.
Friday. He has announced the cast for his next movie, although we don't have a title yet. We know Michelle Williams is going to be in it. We know Cillian Murphy is going to be in it, an Oscar winner. Michelle Williams, a 4-time Oscar nominee. And James Bond himself, Big J, Daniel Craig, going to be in it. Apparently, the story is going to take place inside of a prison, Big J. That's all we know. We do know that he moved on to this movie after his film. Do you remember he was going to make an Evel Knievel movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio? You remember that?
I don't know.
That was supposed to be his next movie, but for some reason that fell apart, so he is shifted into this, and now this is actually happening, it looks like. While an Evel Knievel movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio sounds absolutely bat bleep insane, this one probably will have a little bit more of a mainstream appeal. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
We'll see. Damien is one of those guys that's really, really weird. If you're not familiar with his work, he did Whiplash. Did you like that movie?
Yeah.
It's good. And then he did La La Land, which people can take or leave. Musicals are tough for a lot of people, so that is difficult. And then he did Babylon, which is a movie that people either love or hate. There's a little kind of disparity between the two. Or you have no interest in it whatsoever.
That's me.
One of the two. There you go.
I haven't seen it.
So he is an interesting dude. He always gets huge stars to work with his stuff, so we'll see what ends up happening here. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We're going to hell. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Going to hell.
Let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to hell, and you know it.
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Going to Largo, Florida for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J. In a story that can best be described as an I think you should leave Tim Robinson-like sketch.
Oh, God.
The only way that I can truly see this playing out, if you have watched the show on Netflix, you are familiar with what I'm saying. If you haven't, the essential formula of I think you should leave is usually a bunch of socially awkward people are put together, usually in a workplace. Something insane happens, and then Tim Robinson usually takes things to the nth degree way farther than a normal person would.
Absurdly so.
Yes. And so that's the idea behind the story. It starts at Highland Recreation Center there in Largo, Florida, right?
Yeah.
And it is between supervisor, 29-year-old Ariana Moss, and a 22-year-old employee that works at the recreation center. And the employee has only been there for about a week and a half, and Ariana has been there for about 3 years. And the employee is sitting at her desk, and Ariana notices she has one of those nice, really cool, brand new, beautiful, kind of baby blue Stanley cups. You know, like the Steve Cool kind of cups that were so popular over the last year. And Ariana remarks as she walks by the new employee's desk, wow, that is a really nice cup. And then kind of goes along her way. 20 minutes later, she walks by and she goes, man, that is a sweet Stanley Cup.
Smoking Stanley.
Where did you get that? And she's like, I don't know, Target? And she's like, okay, cool. Anyway, have a good day. Walks by again and goes, man, I feel like that cup would be perfect to hold my breast milk.
What?
Goes about her day. Walks back again around lunch and goes, God, that'd be a perfect breast milk cup for my house. That Stanley Cup that you have. It's great. According
It's
to
a prank?
You almost think,
right?
That's the point where you're like, what is happening? Apparently, she says this 3 more times before the end of the day, right? Employee then goes off and does some things with the kids at the rec center, comes back to her desk, and notices that Stanley Cup is now missing from her desk.
Get out of here.
So she's like, that's really weird. The only person that has been nonstop talking to me about my Stanley Cup has been Ariana, the supervisor. But that's a weird thing to accuse somebody of. Weird, right? And then she goes in and she talks to somebody and she finds out that around 30 minutes ago, Ariana quit her job as the supervisor of the Highland Recreation Center, right?
The lady who'd been wanting this cup.
Yes. Cup is missing. She quit that day.
She took the cup and quit.
That's what the employee thinks. So now that she's quit, she's like, listen, I know I'm new here, and I know you got cameras. Can we look and see if Ariana, in fact, did steal my Stanley Cup? So they go back to the security center, they look through the footage, and sure enough, she is seen as she's exiting the building, grabbing the Stanley Cup off of the desk, putting it into her lunch bag, and then walking off of the property on her last day. So now she's like, the Stanley Cup is $50. Do I call? What do I do? And security is like, she took your cup. I would probably want it back, right? And so she's like, I guess. So she calls police. They show them the tape. 2 days later, they show up at Ariana's house. What did they see on the kitchen counter, Big J?
That damn Stanley Cup.
Correct. Officers confiscated. Guess what's inside that Stanley Cup?
Breast milk.
Yeah.
Like, she was serious.
She was, in fact, serious.
What the hell?
They returned the cup to the 22-year-old employee, who then, of course, promptly threw it out because forever unclean. You don't want somebody else's breast milk in your cup which you drink out of, correct?
Yeah, no.
I mean, if everything gets clean, but still it's somebody else's breast milk. There's some weird line that's crossed
Yeah, it's
there
not her own. It's someone else.
that you want to. Yeah, if it's yours, you go to town on it, but it's not. And so she decided to throw it in the garbage. She was arrested. Ariana was arrested, booked into county jail on theft charges, and she was released on a $150 bond. But what a weird... It does feel like a I think you should leave sketch to me.
Yeah, no, it like ripped from the pages.
Yeah, like just keeps walking by the desk going, that's a great, sweet cup.
But then to quit and steal it.
It's a weird move.
Just $50, lady.
It's a weird move. Everything about it is weird. Charges being pressed also. I mean, it's just a weird thing. Like, if somebody stole one of my cups off my desk, I'd be like, what a weird choice to make. I guess I'll just replace it. I don't know if I'd have like this animosity there unless it kept happening. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I also understand nobody wants their bleep taken. You know what I mean?
Especially at a brand new job.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You don't want to be the person that had somebody arrested for stealing your Stanley Cup on your first week of the job.
Listen, don't cross me. I'll make you quit and I'll send you to jail.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird rep to have at a new gig, but nonetheless, that's the position that she put herself in. Or she was put in, I should say. She didn't put herself in. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Perhaps, Big J, thanks to the University of Warwick, a question as old as time has been cracked.
As old as time.
That question is, you ever wondered why humans kiss? Like why we go in for like the smooch?
Like
Why
what?
that becomes
Feels good. That's why. Why
All right.
Why did we wonder if that was going to be good?
Well,
That's
how
a
did
whole
it
nother
start?
thing.
How
Yeah.
did it start?
Great question, dude.
And so the University of Warwick has kind of committed themselves over the last 10 years to try to figure this stuff out. And they think they have, courtesy of things like hieroglyphics and other kind of like context clues. They think they've figured it out. And it traces all the way back to very, very early times. And you're familiar with monkeys that groom one another, right? Where they're like picking parasites off their back and all those kinds of things. Well, obviously, back in the day, showers and baths weren't all that prevalent, you understand? And so we would get pretty dirty pretty quickly, right?
Sure.
Without like real kind of honest to goodness ways for a lot of people to clean us up on a regular basis. And so what would happen was we were seeing like monkeys like groom one another. So we thought it would be nice to help other people get clean, right? Especially in the early stages of, I guess, getting to know one another. But apparently it was seen as a form of regression to reach for somebody else's face, right? To grab something off of it. And so a way that they found out that we were able to introduce ourselves as somebody friendly and also a way to help groom was to be kissing deeply somebody else's mouth and face. And then we realized, hey, you know what? I kind of like that.
Hey, that tickles somewhere in my body.
And it started to be something that we do as well once you've gotten to know somebody and you're romantically involved. It is something that started to help us bond. They're calling it the groomer's kiss hypothesis, and they figured out maybe that's how we cracked the code. That's how it started, because it's like the first person to figure out milking a cow was something that you could do.
Yeah.
It takes somebody to break that barrier down for obviously a somewhat strange reason before you realize there were some additional benefits to that. And kissing is one of those things. Kissing is good. Kissing is fun. Big J, agree or disagree?
Yeah.
And so it didn't start like that, though. It didn't start like you instantly sticking your tongue down somebody's throat.
No, of course not.
It was one of those things where it was actually used as almost like an introduction and a way of grooming somebody in much dirtier times. And then it turned into, hey, you know what? This is also a little bit of fun. And now you can do your sound effect, Big J. There you go. And now that's what it is today. So you have that to look forward to, and you have that to thank for your makeout sessions in the back of the bar at 1:30 in the morning. So congratulations to the University of Warwick for breaking it down. Do not know if Warwick Davis is available for comment. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few short minutes. God, we got important stuff. We're going to do your pop culture smackdown headlines. They're all coming up here on the X Rocks.
Important stuff. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by T-Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting finance at T-Mazda easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. Not a single effect on your credit. Try it today. GoTeamCredit.com, dude. Big J, something is happening in the United States of America.
Oh, yeah?
People are drinking less than ever.
What's that all about?
6 in 10 Americans have reported a decreased interest in alcohol since basically the year 2015. We hit an all-time high at that particular point, and then it's gone downhill since then. Talker Research has surveyed about 20,000 adults and found that 61% of us say we just have less interest in drinking, especially as they get younger, which is crazy. Gen Z is sitting at 63%, Gen X is at 55%, so that 60 is kind of around an average. Younger respondents lose interest by the age of 23. Boomers didn't experience declining interest until about the age of 44 or so, but ever since then, it kind of goes down as well. Health concerns are driving the trend. 40% saying they just want to be in better shape and have their body better overall, and then health concerns are also there. Nearly half believe that basically they found other forms of ways to enjoy that kind of feeling. Obviously, with the legalization of marijuana in a lot of places, that has seen a rise. Alcohol has seen a decrease. And so there's that as well, but there is a decrease in people drinking. You have drunk less as you've gotten older, agree or disagree?
Yep.
I have as well. And so it's just, I don't know if it's just something that you hit naturally or it's a conscious decision. I don't think I ever made it, but it just, honestly, it was the way my body was reacting to it. Like, drinking gives me heartburn now. And so, like, I don't enjoy it as, right.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I do that? Like, it's just not fun. And it's not like I was going out and getting hammered all the time anyway, but it just became less of a thing for me to enjoy. And that happened around, I don't know, 45, 46 or so. It's just one of those things that was like my body reacts differently now to things that it was usually fine with, and now it's not. And it's like I don't enjoy that feeling. So thanks, but no thanks. Still have something every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just one of those deals where it's like it just hit me. And a lot of people are making those decisions a lot younger than it took us to make those particular decisions, and I guess good for them.
And I get balancing it out, too, with a lot of the legalization of marijuana. A lot of people might prefer that over the drinking.
Sure. That's one of the almost the number one reason why. There's another output for that particular result.
Yeah, as long as these people are still getting some sort of abuse of substance.
Yeah, as long as we have a vice, we're okay with it. We just got to figure out what that vice is. Big J, the Kansas City Royals are moving their outfield fence back at Kauffman Stadium by 10 feet.
Back.
In by 10 feet, sorry.
Oh.
They want to boost scoring. The height of the fence will also be shortened about 1.5 feet, so it'll be easier to knock home runs out of Kauffman Stadium. Will that make you a Royals fan, Big J? You love the long ball.
Yeah, I do, man. Now we get them juiced up a little bit. This would be great.
So you need more roids, and then you'll start watching baseball.
More roids.
All right, good luck. Big J, Kiefer Sutherland's in trouble.
I know, man. What the hell?
He was arrested Monday on suspicion of felony criminal threats following an incident with a rideshare driver. Police say Sutherland is accused of assaulting the driver after getting into the vehicle. The actor was released on custody. He is scheduled to appear in L.A. County Superior Court on February 2nd. Sutherland's representatives have not responded to the request for a comment. Of course, he played Jack Bauer in 24.
Yeah.
He's our designated survivor, Big J. He was in jail for 48 days back in 2007 because of a DUI conviction. And so we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, he found himself in a little bit of trouble. Now, I will say this, no disrespect, but I can't say that I'm shocked by finding out that Kiefer Sutherland may have a temper, Big J. For some reason, he's the kind of guy where I go, yeah, I could see that, him getting upset at an Uber driver for whatever reason.
He might want to lay off the sauce.
Now, he may be off the sauce for all we know. He could just be an angry guy.
I don't think so.
Maybe the guy that was an Uber driver didn't like his country music album. I don't know. Maybe it was a personal problem. I'm not sure. But either way, Kiefer Sutherland found himself in jail and probably looking at some additional time of things. I don't know what he did or what caused the incident, but There definitely was an incident, Big J.
Yeah, poor rideshare people.
Steer clear of Kiefer Sutherland. It's our recommendation. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. We have got your Pop Culture Smackdown. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Culture Smackdown. On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and you know what? Just a few days away from an amazing thing. Our first arena show of 2026. The Offspring coming to town, bringing Bad Religion with them on Monday at the Ford Idaho Center Arena. We'll lock you in with a couple of tickets here. You just have to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
You want to go? Then it's time to get on the horn. 208-287-1003. The catch is, in order to grab these tickets, you're going to have to answer some popular culture questions correct. And on the flip side of that, hope Big J stumbles a little bit answering his popular culture question. If all those things come together in a perfect little bow, congratulations. You're going to go check out The Offspring on Monday, courtesy of us and your friend Big J. Are you ready, Big J?
Yeah.
And to the phones we go. Oh, phones are good. Hello, the X.
Yeah, this is Chad.
All right, Chad, you're up first. Chad, Reed Richards was a member of what superhero team?
Can you repeat that?
Reed Richards, a member of what superhero team?
Oh,
Richards.
Fantastic Four.
Right.
Correct. Big J,
Oh, wow.
what was the first movie by Pixar to receive a higher rating than G in the United States because of violent situation? You know this.
No,
You do.
I do. I'm going to go with Up.
No. It was before Up. This one had a little bit of a superhero tinge to it as well.
The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Right.
A little bit more action and superhero and violence
Like
involved.
one of the only Pixar movies I've watched.
Which is why I thought maybe you know that. But congratulations, Chad. You got tickets to go check out The Offspring. That show is happening on Monday. Enjoy that on us.
Listen, you want a pair of Offspring tickets? Call in during Pop Culture Smackdown right now. I mean, the next couple days.
It's been a
very
struggle
easy.
in the new year for Big J in Popular Culture Smackdown. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your headlines. They're going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Here's traffic inside.
News. You have our word on it.
For whatever that's worth.
It's headlines on the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by Dennis Dillon. Join the X this weekend at Expo Idaho for Dennis Dillon's 44th annual Expo Idaho sale. It's going on now. Starts today. Goes all the way through Sunday. X going to be out there broadcasting live Friday 2 to 4, Saturday 2 to 4, Sunday 10 to noon. It is Idaho's biggest automotive sale of the year. You can shop inside and out of the cold. Check out over 1,000 new and pre-owned cars and trucks. It is the 44th annual Expo Idaho sale, and win some stuff from the X while you're there. It's happening at Expo Idaho all weekend long. Headlines are as follows, Big J. Get out of there. Follow up, and that's not ideal.
Get out of there.
A Waymo passenger jumped from an autonomous vehicle after it stopped on a Phoenix light rail tracks with a train approaching. This happened on January 7th. Video footage captured the dramatic escape, as well as even though the self-driving car remained on the tracks before moving forward near the oncoming train. Phoenix police received reports, but the vehicle departed before officers arrived, with no disruption in the rail service reported. So it got out of there. It was just a close call, and nobody wants to be stuck on the railroad tracks with a train barreling to them. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, no.
Arizona State University professor Andrew Maynard called it a rare edge case where autonomous systems seem to struggle, unlike human drivers in that scenario. Humans are really good at seeing a situation and trying to work out how to get around it. Cars with no drivers, not so much. But then again, nothing happened. You know what I mean? It just was freaky for a second, but the car got out of there with no problems whatsoever. So, I mean, maybe it's what much ado about nothing, but I certainly don't fault the person for getting the hell out of the vehicle. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
I don't know how
if that thing's going to do what it's supposed to do.
I don't know how close the train was, but the person got out of the vehicle. Follow up, or that's not ideal.
That's not ideal.
Alex Klein learned that her body was basically allergic to her husband's DNA after unsuccessful conception attempts. The couple, married in 2023, expected the pregnancy to happen quickly and easily. And Alex told a morning show over in Australia that 1 year after without success and failed IVF, doctors diagnosed unexplained infertility with no medical issues found. So they did some blood tests, and they revealed that Alex has a genetic predisposition making her immune system attack her husband's DNA. It sounds crazy, but apparently it's a real thing. And they found out that essentially their two DNAs like offset each other, and it's difficult. So now they've got to find additional ways like immune therapy to try to make this pregnancy happen. They're still trying to make it happen, but what a crazy thing that two bodies can kind of like work against each other, and they're married to each other. Weird, right?
Right.
I suppose it's probably happened before, but this is the first like scientifically documented case that it can happen. So obviously, if you're having issues, there may be more things going on, and getting things checked out is probably a good idea.
I would imagine that'd be pretty challenging.
Oh,
as a couple, that would leave you pretty dumbfounded and be like, what do we do?
Yeah. Is there a higher power telling us we shouldn't be together? What's happening?
Yeah, we need to add this test to the, blood test or whatever you get, make sure you're not cousins or something.
Oh, when you get married?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if pregnancy is in the card. Wrap it up with follow-up. I don't think we've ever had a follow-up to headlines this soon after doing the headline. But you remember yesterday's story?
What?
About the 4 monkeys getting loose in St. Louis? Okay. So first of all, it's more complicated because now apparently a goat has joined at least the 4 monkeys that are roaming around St. Louis.
Goat boy?
The St. Louis Department of Health reported that a goat was spotted wandering around the same area where the monkeys appeared over the weekend. Authorities are still continuing to investigate the animal's origins and request public tips as to if they see any of them, because right now they still haven't captured any of them. Here's where it gets complicated. Because the story went out nationwide yesterday, it's obviously a very big deal in St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
So now everybody is coming up with AI-generated images of these monkeys and sharing them on social media. So police are like, you're not helping. We know it's funny, but you're not helping us find these monkeys.
Yeah, that's problematic.
Everybody's got the monkeys doing like laundry in their backyard. It's really crazy stuff that they're creating with this AI. And police are like, we're really trying to capture these monkeys. We're trying not to say that it's serious, but it's kind of serious. And the AI pictures are not helping. Please, where are these monkeys? Help us. And nobody seems to help them, Big J. And I think it's only going to get worse before it gets better.
Yep.
So, and welcome to 2026. That's how we're going to react to situations when you start asking for the public's help. We're just going to create a bunch of fake pictures and post them on our social media and let you sort them out. Good luck, pal. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There are your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X Rocks. That is Dark Thoughts here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And Big J, let's talk one of your favorite subjects.
Yeah, dude, today is Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah, it's one of those fun holidays, Nick. Ranker.com, they rank things, obviously, and they went ahead and ranked the top 10 best sandwiches based on their viewership's response. Nick, there's glaringly one that is missing here.
Oh, roll it down for me.
I'll let you tell me which one it is. At number 10, and, I think I might be, questioning some of the order of this, but number 10 is a meatball sandwich, Nick. Number 9, roast beef.
Okay.
Number 8, French dip.
Kind of the same as roast beef.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, agreed. Number 7, the club sandwich.
Love a good club sandwich.
It's always good. Number 6, and this I don't even think should be on this list, barbecue pulled pork.
Why not?
It's just, it's
That's
kind
a
of
sandwich. You
uncommon.
throw it on a bun.
I know, but it's 6. I don't know. Number 5, Reuben.
Hard pass, but okay.
Number 4, BLT.
Allergic to tomatoes will murder me.
Number 3, a cheesesteak.
Love it.
Number 2, Italian sub.
All right, now we're talking.
What's number 1, Nick? To me,
Pastrami, because it's pastrami day?
No, not even on here. But pastrami probably part of the Reuben sandwich.
Okay, I can see that.
To me, there's two sandwiches not on this list yet, Nick. One of them I understand. One of them I don't get why it's not on here.
Number ham
1,
and cheese.
Number 1 is a grilled cheese.
Okay, that makes sense. Easy to do. Everybody loves them.
Yeah.
Hard to dislike a grilled cheese.
But also on this list missing is probably the easiest one and the one that's probably done the most.
PB&J.
PB&J.
It's a great sandwich. Yes. I think people don't give it enough credit. You're right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things because you
an
have them.
emergency or whatever. it's going to get the job done.
It's so good. I'll tell you what my favorite is, and I know I'm in the minority here, but dude, day-old meatloaf sandwich, delicious. Throw a slice of meatloaf between a piece of bread, some cheese on there, and you are good to go.
Yeah, it almost is the reason you make meatloaf.
It
right?
100% is the reason I would ever make meatloaf, is so that the next day I can have meatloaf sandwich.
You know what sucks? I the other day I was like, God, I want to make some meatloaf. Guess who'd be eating that? Just
you.
me. So I didn't.
Huh, make it.
And
Bring it
now
into me. I'll eat out.
All right, man. Throw that thing on the flat top and then enjoy yourself a delicious sandwich.
Yes, and that's exactly it. Don't make it in a microwave. Throw that thing up on the stove and heat it up right
Fry it
all the
up
way
a little
through.
bit.
So good. So good.
Man.
You're gonna have some. Although I tell you what, I'm maybe off sandwich because I did give myself food poisoning with a sandwich 2 days ago. So I'm taking a little bit of a sandwich. It's my own fault, but I did get sick from a sandwich. So I need to take a little sandwich.
The foods in your own home. Like, remember the leftover pizza, frozen pizza
so
that you
stupid.
ate?
You mock me for not eating leftovers, but every time I do, I give myself sick.
No, but I mock you because you don't just eat the whole damn frozen pizza at once.
It's too much food.
It's not too much.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we got your bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
Yeah, bad impressions time, baby, and gives you an opportunity to win yourself some tickets to the Red Knot Chili Peppers hitting the Knitting Factory Saturday, February 21st. So these guys are awesome. They put on a hell of a show, and they dress up and have some fun and pretend they're the Chili Peppers. That's what it is all about with a nice tribute band. And a
Living the dream.
Yeah, fun evening there at the Knitting Factory. There's no doubt about it. And we'll get you set up for free if you can figure out the clues behind this franchise. That's all. Yeah, it's a multimedia franchise.
All right. 208-287-1003 is the number that you need to call if you'd like to play. Big J is going to issue you 3 clues that are hopefully going to point you in the right direction to this franchise. And if you can figure out what it is in 3 clues or less, congratulations. It's you that's going to go check out the Red Knot Chili Peppers coming up next month. We wish you all the best of luck. Big J, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's go to the phones. Hello, the X. Hello? Hello? No, they hung up. So what are you going to do, Big J?
That's right. Roll off with some clues, I guess.
Go.
My legend and lore started by Nintendo in 1996 with games Red and Green for the Game Boy.
Okay.
One of my most famous characters is Pikachu. Such an adorable little buddy. And people love opening my packs of cards and playing the Go version out collecting all kinds of Pocket Monsters.
Any guess as to what that is?
Hello? Hello? Are our phones working?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, any guess to what that is?
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's Pokemon.
It is!
Nice! You nailed it, man. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Red Knot Chili Peppers tickets. Why is Pokemon in the news?
Pokemon finally has joined forces, Nick, with Lego. As they have their first collection of buildable Pokemon sets launching globally February 27th. The debut line features 5 popular characters, Pikachu, Eevee, Venusaur, Charizard, and the Blastoise.
You know how old you sound when you say those names?
I don't play. I don't know any of those words except for Pikachu. The main set, Pokemon Pikachu and Pokeball, includes 2,050 pieces, Nick. That's a lot. And, of course, these are going to vary in prices, but, some of the bigger sets are going to be higher end.
Which one would you choose, Big J?
None of them.
None?
No.
Not a one?
I don't do Pokemon.
All right. So you got to
Clearly by the pronunciations of the Pokemon.
What about as an investment for future money?
No, I'm all right.
No? You don't want to have those taking up space in the Big J garage? Fair enough. But there are people listening that are very angry with the way you pronounce those words that could be very into these things.
Probably. Absolutely.
So now you know they're coming. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We're going to wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks.
Enjoy more ways.
I made this brother diamond plated. Making love to Morgan Wallen in an elevator. I'll be turning on you like a generator. I'll be the greatest that you ever hated.
Lots of swear words in that song, Big J. That is Making Love to Morgan Wallen, Limp Bizkit, wrapping things up here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this particular Wednesday. Big J gave a thumbs up to Life of Chuck. That movie is available for you to check out on Hulu if you're so inclined to see a movie that was based on a Stephen King short story. Big J enjoyed it. Maybe you will as well. We also had a chance to give away some Offspring tickets and had a We're Going to Hell story that was like a Tim Robinson sketch, which is rare. but we made it count, and so that's pretty awesome. But it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, Nick, the good old Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the actual mansion, Nick, and that they're currently actually filming for that next Netflix show that they're filming on location. It's up for sale.
That show's on Peacock, Big J. Come on.
Well, I'm just, according to this, it says Netflix. So don't get mad at me. And it's up for sale for $30 million.
Is it actually in Bel-Air?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just featured in the new one, or was it also the one that Will Smith was?
Oh, also in the original,
Okay,
yeah.
so it was in both
So
of the
it's in
shows.
Brentwood.
Okay. So very, very fancy. $30 million. I'd say hard pass, though. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of weird stuff in there.
Wait, what do you mean?
In that house. Just weird. Filming TV shows.
Oh, you feel like it's tainted if a TV show is filmed?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously you would buy this to try to take advantage of it being a famous house, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it carries the cachet that most houses do in that particular respect, although it has been a part of two very big television shows. I still think it's a bit of a stretch where people are like, I want to see the mansion that was in Bel-Air or the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know if it's on any. I mean, maybe it is.
It does not, what I'm understanding here, it does not come with Carlton. So.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Yep.
Are you confusing Carlton as the actual like servant in the house?
Yeah.
No, his name was Jeffrey. Carlton was Will Smith's brother in the series.
Oh, okay.
You didn't watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air very much,
I mean, not
did
very
you?
much, no.
Missing which channel it's on, forgetting who the characters
No, I didn't
are?
miss it. It says in our news story,
You don't know enough
Netflix.
about it to know that that's wrong, I guess is my point.
Sure.
But nonetheless, it's out there. You want to spend $30 million on a house, it could be yours. And the question is, do you want to? And I already know Big J's answer. He barely knows anything about the show.
Right.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your show. Thank you very much for listening. Mr. Jason Drew is going to come in next. We'll see you all tomorrow. It's the X Rock.
Injured? At